Perfect. All right. So we should be on. Woohoo. All righty, Ray Wood, thank you so much for joining me today. Today is the big day of the launch of your new book.
Hi, Lisa. How you doing?
I'm wonderful. How are you going?
I'm freezing down here in Victoria. It's as cold as a mother-in-law's stare.
Oh.
Not my mother-in-law, of course. How's it up there in beautiful QLD?
It's okay. It's a little bit overcast, but right. Nothing like where you are now or where you've been living.
Yes. No, it's been cold in Toronto. So,
oh my gosh.
And hi everybody. Welcome to our little session where we're promoting my new book, Real Estate Funnels.
Absolutely. And congratulations. And it's an amazing book. I've read it a couple of times now. It's absolutely amazing. So thanks, congratulations. Lisa. And you've got a couple of best-selling books now too. So this one, I'm sure will get bestseller as well.
Let's hope so. My 90-year-old dad came in and said, "What's going on, Ray?" And I said, "Well, Bill, I've just written this new book." And he had a look at it. I showed him the listing on Amazon and he said, "Real estate funnies. Are there any jokes in there about me?" Real estate.
Really?
Dad, it says real estate funnels, not real estate funnies.
That's so funny.
So can I share my screen to show to just give a little bit of a highlight as to what's
absolutely. And a lot of people will know you already, obviously, from Best Agents, from Jigglar, from Lockedon. You know, you're a real estate legend. So a lot of people will know you. Been around a long, long time.
A little bit, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So hi everybody, and for those that I know, g'day, how you going? Those that don't, lovely to be here. We wanted to give a little bit of value today and a little bit of information. Lisa and I are just going to have a little bit of Q&A around the new book. Now, a bit of backstory, Lisa. Yeah. COVID broke out. When was it? January 2019. So my wife Christine suffers asthma really bad, and I spoke to the doctor, and he said, "Well, look, you don't want Christine getting asthma, and because she'll get really sick." So we ran away. We had this little wreck of a cottage on a lake, and we ran up there and ran away up there and started doing it. I started fixing up the cottage, and at nights I started writing real estate funnels because I'd wanted to do it. I love the whole marketing strategy and ideas around the funnel concept. So I wanted to apply that to real estate. So I started doing it. I sort of thought, 6 weeks, couple of months, I'll smash it out. So it was only really last month that I finalized it. So better part of 3 years. I guess life gets in the way. But then I started doing it, and I thought, I'll add this and I'll add this and I'll add some extra things. So
but it's a lot of knowledge in there. You know, it's all your real estate knowledge as well as your online marketing knowledge from Jigglar. You know, you've got majorly successful businesses, online businesses. So it's all of that you've learned.
I've been fortunate. Yes, and thank you. I've been fortunate to have some amazing partners, Luke Newton, Ian French and Aaron Shiner, firstly at Lockedon, which has just been an amazing journey. And the guys are just powering ahead with that as a platform. And then, of course, John and Josh and again, Aaron with Jigglar, which has been something personally that I've loved. The whole idea behind Jigglar was, I don't want to pay thousands for this graphic or that design or that lead generating flyer or that report or that social media post. Let's just jump in and how can we quick and dirty do it? How can we grab it? How can we get the information? And, in real estate, I think somebody once said to me, real estate's not so much what you make, it's what you keep. So expenses at the moment, everything seems to be so expensive. I mean, COVID's just fuel injected everything. So
big time.
If you can save some money with your essential marketing, that's where Jigglar came from. So that was really the whole Jigglar story. I want to show you a little bit about the contents and what we've got here. And by the way, the whole mission with this, and let's just come clean and say it, we're trying to get bestseller status for the book, and you've been coaching me through this, and thank you so much. I want to publicly thank you so much for all of your support. It's been bloody amazing, so thank you. But the idea here, we've priced it down just for today at 99 cents. If you want to jump in and buy a copy, just go to Amazon and search Real Estate Funnels. The cover looks like this. Lisa, correct me if I'm saying the wrong thing here.
Yes, absolutely. So Amazon.com and Amazon.com.au, depending on which.
So
platform
you
you
still see
use.
my screen?
It says you've gone incognito.
Okay. Does that mean you can't see my screen?
Yeah. I know, I can see it now.
Okay. So if I just type real estate funnies in here,
Yeah.
and
That's it. And there it is there.
closed, right? So if you
Yep.
just click on that, we've priced it down at 99 cents.
Yep.
It's saying 65. It's even a better deal, is it?
Well, that'd be .com. That's the American.
Okay.
Yeah. In Australia, it's 99 cents. America, it's yeah.
All right.
65 US. So
No probs. So you can buy it there. Now, when you do that, I've also got 4 downloads, my most popular downloads. You'll see a URL in the book when you buy it on the first few pages, where I've put a special URL, a domain address, where you can download my all-time most popular downloads. So I'm giving away a lot of IP in the hope that you guys can help me make this a bestseller. We've priced it way down, and we're looking for bestseller status because we want to have some fun with it and get out there and keep it popular. And I'm looking to, I've put as much in here as I possibly can. I think I've really over-delivered in my humble opinion. So, so everything's there. So jump into Amazon.com, just do a search, jump in, and you can grab it. Now, the book itself.
And can I just say, please, and if you like the book, do a 5-star review as well for Ray as well, because that helps too. Yeah.
So do you get a reminder from Amazon for that? Or
you do.
Or you just,
you do. Okay. Yeah. Once you buy it, it'll send you a link. Generally, it'll send you a link in a couple of days and say
like
rate the book.
Content. Yeah, if you like the content and like the information, that'd be fabulous. Really appreciate it. Yeah. And if you do that and send me a screenshot, I'll send you back something even more special. So
perfect. And tag him into the book too. So what's your mission with the book? What are you hoping to achieve? Obviously, we want to get bestseller, but what's your mission for real estate agents with the content?
The last probably 10 years, and the last 10 years in real estate's been a pretty amazing journey because so much has happened. And I've been promoting kind of digital services, funnels, landing pages, online forms. I mean, the holy grail for us in real estate is leads on autopilot. If we can have seller leads coming in on autopilot from whatever and wherever and however, life suddenly gets a lot easier, because the heavy lifting in real estate is all around prospecting, isn't it? And it's all around, getting those leads and bringing them in. So working with some amazing agents in the last 10 years, I've noticed there's so many things in common that the top agents all have. So this is kind of my way of explaining how those men and women in our industry, and I've been working with some amazing agents in the States, in Canada, Australia, and NZ. And these men and women have become very, very successful at systemizing their businesses and bringing everything into play. So here's a little, like, this is my version of how I see the real estate funnel working. And the funnel's just simply a way to explain contacts coming in the top. So that's the attract part that you can see there. Then we're nurturing. What are we doing to nurture? Then how are we converting? So we've got these leads. They're coming into our funnel. Now, the average time I find, and this is anecdotal, I don't have any evidence to bring this up, but everybody seems to agree with me when I say it. The average time from when somebody first reaches out to connect with their real estate agent and when they actually go on the market is give or take 12 months. So that's where that nurture, we've already known about them. Okay, they've come into our world, they're on our radar. And that's when that whole nurture process comes into play. So how are we reaching out now that they know us? What kind of value are we adding, and how do we connect with them? So absolutely, that's my definition of the real estate funnel, and that's really why I wrote the book, because I want to share this. I've seen how these online digital landing pages that we build for our Best Agents members, how they actually work, and they're very, very successful. To the point where, why wouldn't you want to have one or more funnels actively going in your business?
So just to explain to an agent, why do you need a funnel? Like, why can't you just do your social media ads and all that sort of stuff? Like, why do you need the funnel?
The thing about social media, as good as it is, and you and I have been talking about the kind of waning success of Facebook and a few other things, and we live in this changing world. But if you've got a contact on Facebook or Insta or LinkedIn even, you don't really own that contact. It's as far as, you know, attracting that information into your world, you don't really have that first name, last name, mobile, email address, do you? So the whole idea with the funnel is to put a great offer out there that's attractive enough that somebody says, yeah, okay, I'd like to know more about that. I want to know more about what Lisa's doing on the Gold Coast in her real estate business or whatever it might be. Let's find out more about that. And so once they come into our world, we've then sort of earned the right to be able to communicate with them. And the big word here, obviously, and the important word is relationships.
Yes, building the relationship. Yes.
If you're a real estate agent, say in Southport or Runaway Bay or wherever you might be, somebody woke up this morning and decided to sell. Now, if they didn't reach out and connect with you, it can only be because they don't know you. So, you know, real estate has never been more competitive. And now we're at this very interesting point in time, Lisa, aren't we, where so many people who are in real estate have never really experienced a tougher market or a challenging market or what we call a softening market.
Yes.
Okay, prices are a little bit flatter. Certainly stock levels are down. Buyers can see the chink in the armor, can't they? They're sitting back with their arms folded going, yeah, I might wait. It's going to get tougher, whatever it might be.
Yes.
So we've got all of these new challenges coming into our world. I maintain, and I think I've proven, that a lot of these issues can be overcome with a quantity of great relationships and the quality of the relationship as well.
Yeah, for sure. So do you think it's a reality, though, that agents can have that, the leads on autopilot?
Oh, it is 100%. And we prove it every day. Leads come through, and we all know in real estate, we get that call from Mrs. Johnson around the corner who says, oh, look, I've been getting your stuff. You know, my husband and I are thinking of moving up to the Central Coast or whatever it might be. Could you pop around and give us a market update, which is code for we want to get on the market and we want to talk to you about your fees and your services and stuff like that. So the more of these contacts that you have in place, the more successful you can be. And if you talk about some of the, I always give the example of Jason Boone, because I love Jason in Sydney and Potts Point, and he is a really, really good marketer. And I don't know how many people he'd have on his database, but I would assume it's 20 or 30 or 40,000, because he's just amazing at attracting the top of the funnel, and then he's amazing at nurturing. So his conversions are always good. That's why he's one of Australia's top agents. So there's so many great examples of how successful that can be. If you've got these relationships already in your funnel and you're nurturing, then the conversion part, and there's some strategies there that I get into detail in the book, that's often the sort of the forgotten part of the funnel. Yes. But the conversion part is where the rubber hits the road, and that's where these autopilot leads come through.
Yeah, no, funnels are everything. So how does an agent stand out in this crowded world of social media and everything else?
Okay, there's a few ways to do it, and I think most importantly at the moment, you need some kind of point of difference. Like, what is it about you that's how can you stand out? My personal favourite, and I'll give this away for what it's worth, because I think it's so powerful, is I love the fact that real estate has no recommended retail price. And this is kind of my elevator pitch. I use a system that helps my clients achieve a better result. Can I show you how it works? Now, it's an easy claim to make. I'll get you a better result. So how do we back that up? How do we prove that? Well, what is the convincing factor or the compelling argument that would have our market believe that we can get a better result? And the answer there is client reviews and testimonials. So your client reviews and testimonials, I think, need to say a couple of things. And this really caters to, and I've spent my whole career trying to answer this question, is what do people want? What's a seller want? Yeah. And I think sellers want three things. They want a top market result, obviously. They want it in a reasonable time. And they're looking for a rewarding real estate experience. They want to walk away saying, well, that wasn't too traumatic. We got a great result, all things considered. And you know, Lisa, our agent, provided the real estate solution we were looking for. Everybody's looking to solve a problem. So that would be my first idea of how you would stand out. The second way to stand out is to not real estate people to death. Now, again, I'd argue, and I don't have any, and this again is anecdotal, but I think it's probably pretty close. The average number of people actively looking to buy or sell in any one area is, I think, probably only 4 or 5%. So if we real estate, recent sales, do you want to sell, complimentary market update in your street next week, here's another listing, or all of our opens. That stuff's all great, and it is relevant, highly relevant, and it's important. But if I'm not buying or selling, it's really of no importance to me. So my argument is that 95% of your market is not buying or selling. So they're looking for local points of interest. And if you subscribe to Jason Boone's newsletter, you'll see the kind of content that he rolls out. He talks about, gosh, I don't know, haunted houses in Potts Point, stuff like that. He talks about, I didn't know this, David Bowie owned a apartment in Elizabeth Bay for 10 years, something like that. So just these kind of little points of interest. I'm really big on rubbing shoulders with local businesses and the influences in your area, which might be chief of police, the fire chief, a school principal or 3, member of parliament, the mayor. All of these people are in public positions, and they're looking to reach out and make these connections. So if I'm the little old agent giving these people a profile and connecting with them, and you can do this by blog, it might be video. It's so easy to just grab your phone out, isn't it?
Big time.
And get a cool video happening. So if I can do that and reach out, I'm suddenly providing really good, valuable information to people, and I'm not real estating them to death. So I'm giving them a reason to stay in touch with me.
Yeah, for sure. So what, in this diagram here, the nurturing, what kind of content do you believe is the best? Like we've got that picture there.
Well, the whole idea around nurturing, let me just see if I've got it here in my in the section.
Because I think that's where agents fall down so much. They get the lead from social media or wherever they get it from, and then they're looking for the next new lead. They're not nurturing who they've got. So I think this is a really important thing that we've got to focus on.
Yeah, that there is kind of an attitude in real estate, and I think this is probably more with newbies and rookies. They wake up and they go, oh gosh, what can I list today? So in fact, there's quite a well-known trainer in the US who I won't mention, but I vehemently disagree with him, because he says if somebody's not listing or selling, they work with buyers a lot in the States as well. If somebody's not buying or selling right at the moment, you don't want to talk to them. You don't want to know them, right? My argument is that's a load of BS. I really do want to know them, because today's lead is tomorrow's listing.
Yeah, absolutely.
And okay, so if I reached out and I make a connection with Lisa may not be selling or buying or doing anything, but she might be moving her mum into aged care. She might have a colleague or a friend. She's a trusted opinion. Her friend or her sister might be wanting to buy or sell or something like that. So I want to be in her world with her knowledge that I'm offering these services. Some of the things that, and I talk about it here in chapter 4 of the book, and I talk about how I learned a valuable lesson around, which I won't get into now, but it was a real big light bulb aha moment for me when I learned that. Where does the relationship begin and end? The best kind of content, I get into all of that in the book. And by the way, if you've just joined the call, you can grab the book for 99 cents. Just go to amazon.com, feed in real estate funnels, and you can see that cover. Look out for that.
Yeah. And
you can jump in and buy it for 99 cents. And I'm also giving away some downloads, and there are no stack knives included. It's all good content.
Yeah.
How to reconnect with a contact that's a really highly lucrative thing at the moment. And my favorite nurture strategies, I get into that there. One of the things at the moment is that agents are unsure what to tell their market. They can't tell them that the market's booming because it's not.
Mm.
But there are other amazing opportunities. For example, what an amazing time to upsize. So you might be looking to go, you might be a young family, say you're in Sippy Downs or somewhere like that in on the sunny coast where there's, I call it Nappy Valley. There's a a lot of young families, and you're in a 2-bedroom townhouse or something like that, and you go to 3 or 4 bedrooms with a garden. That home now is considerably cheaper than it used to be. So you can talk about that. Fabulous opportunity. So the lovely thing about real estate is that there's always something going on, and real estate's one of those things that and we love it all so much because it's one of those things that's a property or a home is essential to our lives, and it's one of those things, but it's over the average, it's always increasing in value, which makes it unique in the world. So we all in real estate encourage people to get in, but now is a fabulous window for people to get in. Interest rates, gosh, my first home, my interest rate was 17.5%.
Same,
So
mine too.
Money's cheap, guys, at the moment. Yeah, I know, jump in and do it. So this is the information that we should be giving our sellers. But once somebody comes into your funnel and you've got this opportunity, there's a whole bunch of ideas I talk about in the book, how you can connect. One of the things I'm really big on at the moment, Lisa, is YouTube. I'm quite happy to say publicly that I think Facebook is losing its teeth a little bit as far as marketing goes. You and I could do the best video in the world and we could pay for it. We could put it on Facebook. In 10 days, it's gone, right?
Yes.
We could create something like, let me just think, 5 things you must know before buying or selling. You do 2 videos in Runaway Bay, Queensland, right? And in 10 years, that video is still going to be on YouTube, and it will have, with the algorithm, it will have climbed up the ranks, and it's still working for you 24/7. Facebook can't do that.
No.
Obviously now with YouTube and Google under the one roof and sharing a big part of their search algorithm, that's a valuable tool as well, because you'll notice when you do a Google search, YouTube vids are coming up very high, and they're looking for relevance, right? So you're just tapping into these keywords and creating a bunch of content. And hey, we can all do a video. Like we could do a video right now, and
well, we are.
All it's costing is our time. We can upload it to YouTube, and it's there. So we're not talking a massive investment. And for the life of me, I can't work out why more people aren't doing it. If you want an example, go to YouTube. In fact, can I do it right now?
Yeah.
I want to just show you this because I did an interview on my podcast, Top Agents Playbook, with this guy. So if you search Top Agents Playbook, and if you search his name, Levi Lassick, there he is. Now, this guy is a realtor in Dallas, Texas, and 7 tips for buying a home for the first time. I love that. I love that really simple content.
Your website looks
it's always there working for him, right?
Yeah,
and he just does it with his phone. I'm doing this screen save thing, but when you do it this way, right? Because you're going to get
hang on, we can't see you.
Totally stuffed this up. There we go. Do it that way with your phone. There you go. Don't do it the other way. That's a little tip that Levi gave me. So by the way, if you need any information on this, if you've got any questions, reach out to Lisa or I. More than happy to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
You'll just find us on Facebook.
So I've got a question for you too. Do you feel that, or do you find that emails are still working? A lot of agents are saying they're not working. They don't want to do emails.
Yeah. Well, I like to say email's not dead. It's dead boring, right? So I think we've got a great opportunity to cut through all the junk. Here's Levi. Let's have a quick look.
There he is.
You're going to want to watch this video because we're going to discuss these 7 most critical steps you need to think about.
Let's have a quick look at this.
Next home. And if you stick around till the end, I'll share with you the most important tip of all, and we're going to get after it right now.
Okay, well, he's gone a bit more upmarket since he was first doing it. He's spending a bit more on production.
Yeah.
But you get the idea, right?
Yeah.
And you want to know everything there is about eating.
So that's just do that search, Levi Lassick, and you'll get a fabulous template as to what's working for Levi in Dallas, Texas. So
Awesome.
It's interesting, talking about social media, and people go, oh, I've got to be on TikTok, I've got to be on Instagram, I've got to be on Facebook, I've got to be on LinkedIn. My thinking at the moment is I honestly don't have time for all of that. Why not just make the commitment to go in with one? And the one I want to go in with is the biggest and the baddest, or the second biggest search engine on the planet, YouTube.
Yes, for sure.
Why not go in with the number one, and it's cheaper?
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, if you look at your book, it's like from the A to Z of, attracting leads to all the way through your marketing, you're building your brand, like you've covered everything in the book, absolutely everything. So, it's an amazing book. And I mean, relationships are the number one thing for real estate, aren't they? That's the thing that we have to build. Without that, there's nothing.
Yeah, 100%. I started to touch on that before when I was talking about Jason Boone, and another Sydney agent, just happens to be from Sydney as well. Fabulous guy, friend of mine, a guy called Adrian Bowe, who is an amazing agent. And I'd say I'd be surprised if Adrian didn't have 50 or 60,000 contacts in his database. That is his church. He worships at the altar of the CRM, and great content. And I would say this, that the more contacts you have, the more money you're going to make.
Yeah,
if you want to really cut to the chase on all of this. So if you've got 1,000 contacts and you move that to 2,500, I'd say you're going to make twice as much money. Let's talk about the money.
Yeah,
right.
Focusing on bringing the leads in and nurturing those leads, building the relationships, and that's exactly what you teach people how to do in your book.
Yes, 100%. I've just noticed here I talk about why Jason's strategy works so well. So I explain the funnels. I'll show you how to build your first funnel, how to create it, how to set it up with your marketing, fishing where the fish are, etc., and how to build your thank you page. But then let's go beyond the funnels, and a couple of great mindset hacks in there to talk a little bit about your brand story. The pure marketing, if you can bring marketing down to 3 simple things, it's the whole thing is the hook, right? What's in it for me? And you saw Levi there with his hook about 7 tips for buying a home for the first time. Yeah, I want to know that. That's called a hook, right? Then you have the story. He's telling the story. Here's why you need to know it. Then number 3 is the offer. So what I really get into here is the whole idea behind what makes your brand work, and how do you convert your brand story to part of your business. We all have a story. We all have a little bit of backstory. I went through this stage in my life where I separated. I had 3 young kids. My first wife moved to Canada. I thought that was only going to be temporary. Ended up being permanent. That's my challenge. And I've got no regrets, and everybody gets along famously, and it's fabulous. And I've got a great relationship with my kids, but it wasn't always easy. That's just part of my story. People wonder why I'm in Toronto, Canada, and not in Australia or in Queensland, which I think is one of the nicest places on planet Earth. That's another story. That's part of my history, and that's kind of why I'm here. So everybody's kind of got a bit of a story. It mightn't be as traumatic as that, but we've all kind of, a lot of people in real estate have got a past life. I know people that have been in the police force, have been in the army, some amazing stories. And and I talk about a lot of them in Top Agents Playbook as well. So check that out. But a lot of these great stories convert so fantastically to give a little background and a little bit of depth to what we offer in real estate, and why they need to be dealing with us, because there's a million agents out there. They say that the average homeowner at the moment, and this is probably a North American stat because they usually are, but I don't reckon it's much different in Australia. The average homeowner knows 8 to 10 agents. So how are you rising above that? What makes you different? How are they connecting with you? So some of these ideas beyond the funnels, how to work a cold room, my favorite prospecting mind hack. You're going to love that. I think that's on page 144. I think the book, the 99 cents, is worth it for that 1 point alone. Then I get into the thing that I love about the pre-listing kit and listing presentation. So there's a fantastic opportunity at the moment. If you if you list a home, let's say your average fee for service, I don't like calling it commission, I call it a fee for service. Commission kind of implies that we're getting something for nothing, doesn't it? But if your average fee for service is 10 grand, when you list a property, I think there's every chance, when you list and sell a property, I think there's every chance you're going to get another 1 or 2 listings and sales in that area in the following 12 months. I don't think anybody
would
disagree with that. So that $10,000 opportunity is more like a $30,000 opportunity. So why wouldn't you follow a proven pre-listing strategy and a proven physical listing presentation? If I'm presenting to you, I've got that one-off opportunity. So why wouldn't I want to use a proven strategy? So I get into that there and I show you exactly how you can do that. Conversely, if you lose that listing opportunity, that's a $30,000 loss. I don't care
not 10,000. Yeah.
No. So why not put, because some agents say, oh, I don't really bother with that. You know, it's like, if I don't really have time. I think, you know, when you think about it in terms of dollars, it's important. And you can systemize this. You can do a digital approach and a physical pre-listing kit as well. So I'll talk about that in the book.
Absolutely. So much gold in there, Ray. And also the bonuses that you're giving people once they buy the book for 99 cents. If they message you, say they've bought the book, you're also going to give them a lot of bonuses. So
there's 4 specific downloads that we've included in there, and they are yours with my compliments. I've picked the 4 most popular ones that I've ever offered. I normally sell them online. I don't know specifically what the dollar value is, but you're getting them free, I guess, so it doesn't really matter. But you'll get them as a PDF. They're downloads. You can use them with my compliments. All power to you. Jump in, get it cranking and make it happen.
Perfect. All right. Thanks, Ray. So jump on Amazon, get the book, 99 cents, leave a 5-star review if you like the book. And thank you so much, Ray, for your knowledge. And it is a great book.
Thanks, Lisa.
All right. Thanks heaps.
See ya.
All right. See ya. Bye.